Right, everybody, I thought I'd quickly come on. This is regarding the fume last night around Stewart being injured and the fact that the team couldn't cope without Ross Stewart. Some of it's justified, some of it is just craziness, what I've seen on social media. Absolute craziness. I seen one tweet here, Ellis Sims doesn't want to be here. And I just thought to myself, Jesus, it's been one game without Ross Stewart, and the lads found out 5 minutes before the game. So they were shocked, shell-shocked into the fact that to play without Ross Stewart. First off, I'd give it to Borough. Second off, we did try enough and puff, and we did have a lot of possession, but we just couldn't create anything, clear-cut chances. But for me, that was just a crazy thing to say, that he doesn't want to be here because he doesn't have the same work rate as Ross Stewart. It's insane. Ross Stewart and Ellis Sims work class together. What about the goals when he was scoring early on in the season? No one was saying out about him not wanting to be here then. And his work rate was exactly the same. Listen, you've got to take this into mind. You cannot keep comparing Ellis Sims to Ross Stewart. The two totally different type of strikers, and Stephen totally agree with us on that one. Stewart's work rate is second to none for a striker. He leads the line. He starts the press. He's just got so much energy, and he doesn't, not just all that going forward. In defence, he comes back on corners, he comes back on set pieces, and Ellis Sims just stops up top waiting for the counter. And that's what type of striker Ellis Sims is. He likes to flick the ball on as Stewart, who's running in behind. On Saturday, we need to get bodies in and around Ellis Sims for Ellis Sims to shine. He works better that way. So if we can get Pritchard closer to him, if we can get Clark closer to him, or even Roberts, if he starts Roberts, which it's looking likely. Stewart, it didn't look that bad in the game, his injury, because he ran off the pitch. He didn't just walk, he sort of done like a little jog off the pitch. He went to take a strike of the ball as he was bashing them straight away, and he felt something in his thigh, in his quad. So at the DC of 2 to 4 weeks, if it's not that bad, you didn't know how long it's going to be at this moment in time of making this video. I'm not too sure on that. Hopefully it's just the Millwall game and then it comes straight back in against Reading, because we're desperate for him. And last night did show that he is so crucial and vital to this Sunderland team. And I just hope Speakman really does nail this lad down to a big, healthy, lengthy contract. Give him what he wants, because without him, we're fucked basically. We are, let's be honest. I know it was one game and you've got to give the lads time to adapt to just playing as one out-and-out striker up front, and they've got to have time on the training pitch, and they've got to talk tactics and stuff like that. They got to, that was 5 minutes before the game, and they got thrown at the deep end, and they're just panicking that Stewart weren't there, in my opinion. Another crazy tweet what I seen was Ross Stewart has done this for negotiations reasons on his contract. Bear with us. They thought that Ross Stewart pulled out on purpose so he can negotiate his contract because KLD was in the stands. God, oh my God, when I read that, I actually did laugh. I thought, that's just crazy. That's crazy. He's not gone 5 minutes before a game, fake an injury, so then he can try and say, look, this is how much yous need me. Look, to be honest, we didn't cope without them. We couldn't cope without him, sorry. But there's no way on God's earth I think that is because he was trying to negotiate his contract. Fucking hell, give out, man. He can't negotiate his contract. What if it went the other way? What if for argument's sake, he did do that? And what if it went the other way and the lads bashed Borough 5-0? What's going to happen with these negotiations then? Come on, man, give it a rest while that stupidity. It was a bad day at the office. Stewart got an injury. It was on telly. Everybody's seen it. It was there. It was witnessed. It was on telly. He did get injured, and then the lads sort of panicked about Ross Stewart in the like say about 60 minutes of the game. Then we started to come into it a little bit. Pritchard buries that chance when he ballooned out, and it could have been a different game. We could have sat back and absorbed it, because Bart and 09, Patterson, they all had a good game. The defence done well to stop it from being one. Patterson made some outstanding saves. So for me, you need to calm down a little bit. It's one bad game we've played. We've played bad once, and you could easily put that down to Ross Stewart not being in. Didn't get us wrong. I think Speakman was crazy not to bring in another striker. You all know me. I bring Speakman's I've been Speakman's biggest critic in the League One. Gone at the season we need full-backs, not bringing in replacement for Flanagan, and etc. There was a few other things, and he's sort of done similar at the start of this season, where we're short of full-back. We could have had another replacement goalkeeper because Bass looked kind of bad when he played the other game, and not having another striker. Ross Stewart's injured now. We've got the Gamma Sims up top by himself. So I have been his biggest critic, but last night was literally 5 minutes before the game, and the lads just couldn't. They didn't cope, with the fact that the game were one up top. Didn't really talk about tactics or now. They were just like, right, Sims up top, Pritchard on, Roberts on, go on, out gameplay. You know, they were going to struggle. But all this crap about contract negotiations, about Sims doesn't want to be here. Jesus, give your ear a shit, man, will you? It's one game. Hopefully, I did get it. Speakman has dropped the ball a little bit. We're not having a striker in, and with depth. For me personally, it's still not the best. A couple of injuries and our strength and depth is gone. We've obviously brought young'uns in, see how they can cope. I thought Ahmad, he did look lively, he did look sharp when he came on. I really did. He got into the box, he should have had his shot. He should have been selfish and shot, but he didn't. He tried to set Sims up. So for me, I think he does look alright. Give him a full game and we can see what he's about. And obviously you've got Mitchell, Bennett. I know there's no out-and-out striker, a recognised striker, should I say. But we've got players who play number 9 role. Bennett is meant to be Costa Rica's number 1 striker and in the senior team as well. So let's just have a little bit of patience, everyone. Let's just wipe that under the carpet. Just, it was one of them games. And let's crack on to Millwall. And hopefully we can right and try and work on the training pitch and get it. If they're going again with a 4-3-2-1 system or a 4-3-3 system, then obviously they can work on it for a couple of days before the Millwall game. For me personally, I would like to still have 2 up top. Just any of the above. Diacro, Pritchard. I prefer Pritchard to play behind, but Roberts, leave them in the 2. Get bodies in and around Ellis Sims, and I think we will do alright. The defence is alright. Let's just roll on to Millwall and wipe that under the carpet. Cheers, everybody. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new.